How you practice is how you play. I have heard this saying since I started playing sports, and it has guided me through my entire athletic career. It's a simple idea, but it is so incredibly important. Before I really dig into this, I want to make it very clear. I am not an expert, and I am not the best at this game. This video exists merely to state my opinion on this topic, and what I think might not necessarily be true for you. Use this video and how I think as a guide to figure out what will work for you. Back in my second year of softball, I got chosen for my team to compete in the Home Run Derby. I was so excited, and I played a bunch of Wii baseball in preparation. The day of the Derby, my dad asked me if I wanted to do some batting practice beforehand, but I was pretty confident in myself, so I told him no. Well, I stepped up to the plate and missed every single ball thrown at me. There are two main ideas to take from this story. One, when you make a routine out of poor practice habits, those habits will carry into the game. And two, if you take the time to adequately prepare and warm up before a game, you'll be significantly more ready for any challenges you might face. If I had taken the 20 to 30 minutes to warm up by hitting with my dad that day, we would have caught my mistake and it could have been corrected before it really mattered. When you establish effective and consistent warm-up methods, you should be practicing basic skills that will be at the core of your gameplay. Let's take another quick look at softball. Before every game, players will throw a ball back and forth, and they'll either hit off of a tee, in a batting cage, or with a partner tossing a ball to them. When you really boil the game down to the bare minimum, defense just consists of being able to catch a ball and make a play by throwing that ball accurately to another player. And offense is just being able to hit the ball and run between the bases. Now, when we look at a game like Overwatch, there is no ball to toss around or a ball to hit. At a basic level, what is Overwatch? It is a first-person shooter game with different objectives. In order to achieve these objectives, you need to secure certain points, whether it's a control point or a payload, and get your opponents off of the objective. Usually the way that you do this is by using your primary fire and abilities to kill your opponents and send them back to spawn. If you don't hit your shots or abilities, you pose no threat and your opponent will instead dispatch you. Thus, the core skill that Overwatch relies on is aim. So before you start practicing or competing, you should warm up your aim. However, we've also established that how you warm up is just as important. Wii Baseball was not the optimal warm-up strategy for a home run derby. So let's go back to the basics. What do having a catch and batting practice have in common? Both isolate the skill from the game, so you can devote your focus to just practicing that one skill. If we apply this logic to Overwatch, in order to effectively warm up your aim, you need to isolate it from the game as a whole. The first thing that this tells me is that quick play is not an effective way to warm up. After all, you are just playing the game. Lucky for you, there are several other options built right into the game itself that might provide a more effective warm-up. This is where custom workshop modes shine. The possibilities are endless, and you can do a warm-up that is tailored exactly to what you need. Do you need to practice tracking and quickscoping? This Pharah Aim Trainer mode is my personal favorite for that. Do you want to practice a new hero and just using their abilities effectively? Hop in a deathmatch where your literal only goal is to just kill the other players in the lobby. Need to practice rollouts? Doom Parkour or Lucio Surf are excellent ways to gain mastery over how these characters move. Custom modes are a fantastic way to warm up without needing anything else other than Overwatch itself. There are also external aim training tools like Kovacs or AimLab that are created specifically for this purpose. I personally use AimLab because it's free, and I just run through the 6 recommended trainings every day before I jump into Overwatch. Okay, so we talked about a lot in this one. Let's just quickly recap. Warming up is incredibly important because it provides you with a means to further develop the most basic skills of a game, and it helps you work out the kinks before you actually jump into a game or competition. You also need to make sure that when you do warm up that you are doing so effectively, otherwise it kind of defeats the point. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, whether you disagree with my thoughts and opinions, or if you have another warm-up method that I didn't mention here. I also stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/cbassow.